situation, Niger State's Emergency Management Agency has said 21 people lost their lives following a severe rainfall that resulted into a flood disaster in Mokwa local government area of Niger State. The Director General of the agency, Dr. Ibrahim Hussani, disclosed this to newsmen in Mina on Thursday, May 29, 2025. He said the incident occurred during a torrential downpour on Wednesday night, causing widespread destruction. Hussani said 3 people were rescued alive, a woman and her 2 children. They were receiving treatment for wounds and shock at Mokwa General Hospital. He said 21 bodies have so far been recovered in the incidents. Over 10 persons were still missing as search and rescue operation continued. Hussani said the affected communities were Tifin, Maza, and Anguwan Husawa communities in Mokwa town. He added that over 50 residential houses were submerged and washed away with their occupants. He said Niger SEMA, in collaboration with Mokwa LG, local divers and volunteers, were conducting search and rescue operations to rescue the flood survivors and recover corpses. It's a sad situation that lives were actually lost in this natural disaster. But anyways, we can call it a natural disaster. Oftentimes, it could be a man-made disaster. I just want to get your thoughts on what you make of this, please, Chief Wali.
I think it's the same place one Reverend Father died. One Reverend Father in this area, they didn't mention a Reverend Father was driving his healers and he was washed into a ditch. See, they should be able to give direction. This community that are washed away, are they living by the river bank or where? It's just writing the news. Where are they living? Where they live? Is it close to the river or a river bank? At the shore of the river, that thing washed them away. It doesn't mean that the stream overflew or just mere flood. From what direction? From where? In the first place, it's unfortunate it happened. They call it natural disaster, whatever thing. I also condole the families that, lost their beloved ones in this kind of thing that is cannot be controlled. And people, I believe that government have been making this announcement. People who live in a flood-prone area should be able to know what to do. What would they do? They don't have money to build, how to get relocated. They don't have, every year this must happen because they have nowhere to go to. Where would they go to? There are poor fishermen, poor farmers who live by the river bank or who live in certain areas, their natural habitat. What government should, if the government want to be really sensitive about it, is to build a settlement camp, resettlement area, where at that time you move them.
You mean if it's a flood-prone area?
Yeah.
Or if it's an area where it is an environmental disaster? Because oftentimes we've seen cases where
environmental disaster
the waterways are always blocked.
It's ambiguity in that language.
Okay.
It's ambiguity. What we call flood-prone, sometimes in such rural areas, they live near the river bank. I don't know if you are going to Abuja, you see some people live by the river Benue, river Niger, and so they live around that axis. That is where the natural habitat. If we are in River State, if you go through a whole area, I've been able to take a tour of when there was a flood. If you're going to Bayelsa, those areas of going to Bayelsa, and so you see people live small houses near that. That's their natural habitat. They have no other place to go to. But the only way government will assist them is to build a temporary evacuating camp. When this period, because at the dry season they go there, do their farming, evacuate their goods. Then during that time of this kind of issue, you locate them. They will have a place to go to. There is no way you can do it. You can't try nature. You cannot fight such a environmental, natural involvement. You and I, the only way out, it happens all over the world. It happens in the US and so on and so forth. There are areas where there is fire outbreak, something Rosanna, Carolina, and so on and so forth. Our own tango says just water. Those areas are, you see fire outbreak from nowhere. So what I should suggest to the government is not always lamenting, whining, crying, sorry. No. Now, at that very dry season area, begin to build a resettlement camp. It's like a resettlement village, okay, where these people should move into when that period comes. And after the end of the flood, they go there and do their farming. All that while they should have a permanent resettlement area. The whole of that community, the whole of that state, that area that are not flood prone, go there, acquire it and build a house for them. Understand what I mean? While they use this area as their farm and normal local farming and fish activities. That's the only way out. It's not that every year they go there, it keeps shouting every day, every time, no. These people have no money to relocate. They have no money to build house in the city or near the community neighborhood. They don't have money. Most of these in-house houses, wash. Most of them are grass houses, mud houses, quasi pseudo zinc houses, where they take mud, they build part of it, and they use zinc, build part of it. Government should help them. SEMA or whatever should help them. Acquire a place. I told the Bonnie Finima were located. They are disappointed that where nature kept them. They are facing such untold hardship, hunger, diseases, and sanitation. These are negative impacts of flood incidents. No longer food, no housing, no good sanitation, no safety. So what the government should do, my kind take is this: acquire a place, build a resettlement center, relocate them permanently. Then they can use here during the season. They can come over here and do their farming, do their normal thing. These things will reduce.
I wanted to ask you about because also I was referring to the environmental disaster situation, where individuals actually like the waterways, when most of the waterways are blocked, and sometimes it could cause to most of this flooding situation.
That's a different bug, my understanding.
Yes.
This is our villages.
Yes, I know. I wanted to get your thoughts on that other aspect.
No, that one is common in the city. Look at River State. When there's rain, there's flood everywhere. People build houses on waterways. The government has no capacity, has no political will to destroy those houses and allow the water to flow. Government is part of it. Why is the implementation people? If we find cities are planned, and suddenly one so-called highly connected, they call it connection, will go to a waterway where you know there is a route. You went and build house. You sanfeed it and build your structure. What do you expect? When there is rain, when there's whatever, the river will be flooded. So the government should be able to have the political way to go into that place, put the house down, charge the man to court, discipline him. Others will learn from it. Instead of doing that, they will go and collect money. They will go and collect court corners, and people are some victims are there suffering. One particular person can cause the death of as many thousands as possible because of that particular person. So that one, I show the government accountable. The Minister of Environment, the Minister of Works should be held accountable. If such thing happens, they should be able to get the political will, destroy the place, and open up the canal. Then again, too, I don't see why they should flood in River State. We have a lot of tributaries and waters where these things can be channeled into. There should be canal. Some roads don't even where to empty. Look at this airport road, where they empty the flood. The construction company will just open up spaces where you see you empty water flow to that place. What do you expect? The water flow, the people will overflow, and that will be flooded. Here, now is the same thing. There should be canal. There should be canal where this water to be channeled to. There are rivers and empties where the water can be channeled to. So what happened at Uniport? That Calabar River, we call it the Chobai Bridge. There's a canal that run from Abuja. Okay, I remember when Arusis built that because that Abuja area is a stream-prone area. They channel the water. As soon as the stream comes, the water will flow that canal and empties into the Calabar River. The same thing could be done. Today Abuja is not flooded. It can be done anywhere. It can be done anywhere. Look at most of these drains are already blocked. Who is blocking the drain? It's individual. We people should also consider our environment and respect the environment. You'll be surprised that somebody will take a waste and throw it into the drain. What do you expect? The drain cannot flow. There should be guide, there should be marshal that will monitor people around when they mess up the environment. Catch them, discipline them. That is one other thing important. So government should sit up. If not, flooding can take even where we are. Because along this road, do you watch rains? When rain comes, everywhere is flooded on the road. Why is it so? But you still have drains. So individual is also part of the problem. The only way to do it is to set up a special marshal that to monitor these environmental abuses.
All right, so we're going.